Hey yo, what is going on with it? Once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisos, and toxic Kikimotos. This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. And of course, you guys in the rest of the intro and outro towards this channel. And of course, before I begin, really quick, excuse me. As all you people know, it's been like pretty much the first week because I'm doing this on a Saturday night. This video is probably either going to be uploaded not Saturday. This is already Saturday now by the time of this recording of this video. But by the time Sunday or Monday comes around, this video will probably be out, even though it'll be like 5-6 days old. It's better than being over 2 weeks old because usually it takes me about a week or two by the time I get to anything Microsoft, Sony, PC, or anime related news article information videos that I do. It usually takes about a week or two by the time I get to it, and it's already old news by then, but at least it's not over a month old. And like I always say, better late than fucking never, even though millions of other people have probably already used that already. But anyways, I know nobody probably gives a shit about it anymore, but happy 2017 if any people are watching this during this year. I know by the time another week or two, maybe by the time early February comes around into play, a lot of people don't give a shit about that it's a brand new year anymore. They just move on with their lives. But, other than that, just in case anyone's still saying it, yeah, happy fucking 2017. Hopefully, if any people are having New Year's resolutions, which me personally, I really don't believe too much in, because you can do that pretty much any time during your life. It doesn't really have to be just the first couple days or week or two, or maybe the first month of the year, to do a New Year's resolution, That's something I've never really personally believed in myself. Well, maybe when I was like a 90s kid and when I was still like in high school and shit, I kind of believed in it a little bit, but not that much. And it wasn't because, I had to lose more weight. Even though, I admit I'm a big fat ass guy. I understand that, but I never really gave a shit about it too much. So, plus New Year's resolutions to me, they're just a big fucking joke to me. Because you could do, like I said before, I'll say it again. You could do that any other time out of the year and nobody's still not going to give a shit anyway. So why even fucking bother, Because, that's the thing. I could get into a whole other thing about what makes a brand new year so special when it's just going to be another average fucking day. The only difference is everyone around the world celebrating. The only two differences that makes the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day different is that people are drinking. Well, if you're over 21 and up here in the United States, you got to be 21 and up. I think in places like Europe, you could be 15, 16, or 18 or something. I think is the legal age. Over here in the U.S., it's still 21 and up. Same thing when they do with California, because I know next year, I think 2018, they're officially going to make marijuana legal over there. Not this year, but for next year. But shout out to anyone that's watching over there, because, I'm in Vegas, so I'm not that far from you guys. Other than that, I know this has nothing to do with the Nintendo Switch information I'm about to talk about, but yeah, real quick, 2 small-ass updates I want to give you guys. I think I said it before in one of my videos, but I will be opening. I wanted to open a Pokemon TCG tin opening, but I didn't find any in my local Walgreens because, like I said before, Walmart, the 2 Walmarts I live near around my area where I live at, unfortunately, they don't carry Pokemon cards anymore. I don't know if it's because it was the first week of the year. They're still trying to clear the place up and shit and just get back to their main schedules again. I don't know if it had to do with that or if Walmart had some bad deal and Nintendo, the Pokemon company, and I guess they started hating on Walmart and that's why they're not doing business with each other anymore. Because when I went to Target, they still had a whole bunch of Pokemon cards there, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to start going there, or I don't think Kmart has that many. There or Walgreens for now to get my Pokemon TCG. Because I could do it online, but the thing is I gotta pay for it unless I use Amazon, of course. So if not there, I'll probably just use Amazon to buy Pokemon cards from now on, because I'm not getting any at Troll and Toad. So I do not like fucking getting cards from there. I tried it once before. Half of my cards were almost fucking ripped up and shit, and there was only 2 of them in good condition. And it sucked ass, honestly. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that. You guys want to hear the article session review on Nintendo Switch and how EB Games accidentally, in quotation marks, accidentally released their information EB Games in Australia too. If any people don't know, EB Games is pretty much the equivalent. Because I know in Canada they have it over there. Over here in Vegas, they actually do have one of them here in this part of the U.S. I don't know if any other places in other states in America have EB Games, but I know obviously it's the equivalent to what GameStop is. I'm very well aware of it. I don't know if they still treat their customers like shit there, though. How a lot of GameStop employees kind of like to bother and fucking poke at their fucking customers every fucking goddamn minute. It's sir, can I help you with something today? Can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? Fucking hate that shit. I mean, I worked in retail myself back in the day, 5-6 years ago, before I got my hotel casino jobs, but Holy shit, it sucked ass. It wasn't for like GameStop though. It was like either like for grocery stores or for like, I know 2 of them were for like big giant chain stores, which I'm not gonna tell you which ones they were because they're still pretty big now. I can tell you one of them, but the other one I know is all over the world, which is I'm not gonna say which one it is. But the other one I think is only in like 8 or 10 states. I think it's like a Northwest. I think they got 1 or 2 in the Midwest, and they got like a whole bunch on the West Coast. It was this place I worked about. I think it was 6 or 7 years. I don't know, but there's this fucking really shitty ass retail thing where I only got like $6.50 a fucking hour, which sucked ass. It was called Ross or Kimmy or Mimi's for less. I don't know. It sucked a shit ton of ass working there because the boss, I already knew, because I didn't even work there that long. I think I only worked there for like 2-3 weeks, and after that I finally got a full-time job. About 2 years later I finally started working at the hotel casino job, which I work now, but I'm not gonna tell you that either. Yeah, it sucked a lot of fucking ass working there. So if any people are working in retail, I feel for you guys. I know how stressful as fuck it is to work in that type of environment where customers are always asking all these questions that you really don't give a fuck about that place. Especially if you had like a really bitchy ass little fucking boss like I did. My god, that bitch was so fucking stuck up. Even though out of respect, I'm not gonna say who the chick's name is, but this old white lady bitch. I don't know what the fuck her name was anymore anyway, so it just doesn't even fucking matter. But yeah, I already knew she didn't like me at all because of the way she used to talk to me, talk down on me and shit. The way she told me how to do my job right, I'm letting you. That's why I only worked there for fucking 2 weeks and I got the fuck out after that, man. Because I wasn't gonna deal with being discriminated like that. That was bullshit. Anyways, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch now. I already been going probably 6-7 minutes already, so yeah. Hopefully it works too. So let's just see if it works real quick. Sometimes it says error on the fucking screen for some reason. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so Nintendo Switch news. Like I said before, I'll say it again. EB Games, and shout out to the people that made this thing. The person that made this thing was SC Austin. Shout out to them for making this article session review. And it's from, it's a new website I never heard of before. It might be old, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. It's called jumppushstart.com. So shout out to the people over there that run that website. Giving all the credit to them because they're the ones that wrote it, not me. I'm just reading it. So, it says, rumor, EB Games may have leaked info about Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Switch. And this happened about, I think it was like Monday, Tuesday, earlier this week. I didn't get a chance to cover it, unfortunately, because I was doing a lot of busy ass shit. Plus, I didn't post them. I made like 4 Pokemon TCG openings at the time, and I had a shit ton of other errands and stuff to do in real life. So sadly, I couldn't cover it at the time. But you know, it is what it is. And I still got a Microsoft Xbox One thing I want to do about them raising the price for I think $400 to like $450 for their Scorpio. Their Scorpio console. So stay tuned for that one as well. Many people are Xbox fans. I mean, I'm not a real big Xbox fan, but I still like covering news about that or Sony or Nintendo. So yeah, stay on the lookout for that shit. And same way, anime stuff. I'm really going to try my damnedest this year for 2017. If I do have a New Year's resolution, it's more like a goal, not really a resolution. And goal this year for YouTube, I'm going to try to do a little bit more like anime article session reviews. I didn't really do too many last year because it was a brand new concept I wanted to bring to my channel. But I think I only did like 5 or 6 and that was it. I want to try to do way more than that. I want to try to do maybe one, might be stretching it, maybe 100 or 200 of them this year. That's my goal. That's probably what I'll say. Let's continue. So it says, quote, so it says, EB Games Australia barely uploaded cover art for the Mario Kart 8 and the Nintendo Switch on its official website and gave us some of the interesting new information on this version of the game. I shouldn't have said quote unquote. That's stupid. I don't know why I said that because there were no quotation marks. Oh yeah, links down below if you want to read this article yourself. And here we keep going. Let's do it. The listing is no longer up due to obvious reasons, but a Twitter user managed to grab some screenshots on what was revealed. Not to mention the web archive shows us that EB Games Australia really did post box art for several Nintendo Switch video games before they took it down. Anyway, that's funny. I'm going to try to stop saying that a lot, but it's going to be hard as hell to do. Let's move on. The box art said that this new version of the game features new battle modes, 24 extra tracks, and 10 new characters. We cannot confirm 100% of this is true or not, although we do know that the game is coming as if it were featured in the Switch reveal trailer. Oh, excuse me, as it was featured, there we go, in the Switch reveal trailer. The listing also shows us that the Elder Scrolls 3 or 5, or whatever, which one it is, because it has the V on it. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition is indeed coming to the new console. Whether or not these games will be launching titles remains to be seen. We do know that it is Nintendo Switch, that the Nintendo Switch will be revealed in more details on January 12, 2017. It's possible that this information could be true as many retailers, have started to receive promotional posters for the console. And then it says update. EB Games New Zealand has listed the same video games on their website. Although the box art for Mario Kart 8 is grayed out, there's a listing for Skyrim though. Alright, so it's pretty fucking wild. I know I saw some of the games on there too. I think the only 2 games I remember I seen on that thing was for the whole little Twitter screenshots that were taken a couple days ago. The only 2 games I saw that Nintendo has never put on their consoles before prior to these games, like when the whole 3D polygon era was starting to get big, and then of course more of the CGI realistic games started coming out once the whole GameCube and the Wii and the Wii U era started getting a lot more popular and famous. Well, the Wii won, because the Wii U, I know a lot of fucking people really didn't like the Wii U that much, unfortunately. I think there was only like 6 real big games on there, and after that, the rest were kind of like garbage. That's what a lot of people were treating them like. Me personally, I still liked half of the games on there. The other half, I wasn't really feeling too much. I didn't hate them, but I wasn't really crazy about them, you know? Anyways, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Oh yeah, links down below if you want to read the rest of it yourself or know more about the Switch. I don't know. I'll leave the links to the Twitter accounts if they still have them there. Link to that Twitter handle or whatever. But yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the 2 games that I saw that I think was a new Assassin's Creed Part 6 or something. I think it was that one. And not Call of Duty, but another fucking big time game. That one, and I don't know if it was going to be like The Witcher 4. Because I know The Witcher 3 came out last year. What would be really crazy, I think Resident Evil 7 was going to be like in 3D on the Switch, because I heard a lot of rumors about that shit. They didn't show that on there. And of course they showed Mario Kart 8. That was going to be not a new import, but like it's going to be the same as the Wii U was. It's just going to get imported or exported and extracted from the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch. For me personally, I know it's a weird name to give it because it kind of sounds very offensive to some people, but for me, I like to call it Nintendo Switch. It would have been better if it would have been like Nintendo Switch Blade or Nintendo Switch Pizzazz or Nintendo Switch, I don't know, Nintendo Switch System, Master System or something like that, instead of just Nintendo Switch. Because Switch, I'm not really crazy about the name too much. It kind of sounds bland. Sounds like an everyday word a person would use, but hey, you know what? It's Nintendo. They could make whatever the hell they want. Other than that, overall thoughts, real overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I would have to say that the Nintendo Switch so far, as far as its games libraries is going, they're doing a little bit more different stuff this time around compared to how it was with the Wii U. Unfortunately, I never got to own a Wii U because, you know, at the time in 2011, 2012, I think is when it came out, I had a lot of financial struggles, so I couldn't pay another $400 or $500 for a console thing because I was super tied in on bills and electricity. You know, it was kind of fucking me in the ass a little bit. No homo or nothing, but it was financial struggle for me. I couldn't really afford a game console at the time. I could now, but back then I couldn't. Other than that, plus there was a lot of the shit personals going on in my life, which I'm not going to get into. Excuse me. I will say this, I'm really hoping to God if they do end up having like third-party games on there, like what I want to see, like any of the Sony PlayStation games, like I know they have like a couple Rayman games on there already, would really be a cool ass game. 2 really awesome IP games, titles of games I would love to see on the Switch is a brand new Ratchet and Clank game, and I doubt if they're ever going to do this. If Sony were ever, or Activision or Naughty Dog, wherever, instead of them always focusing on how The Last of Us 2, because I know there's a second one coming out, because, you know, the PS4 Pro, it's real big. besides them focusing on that and the whole Uncharted franchise, like if they were to go back to their older IPs that were really big, because I know they're gonna go back and do the triple remake for Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. If Activision and Naughty Dog will get their shit together, focus on bringing out maybe Jack and Dexter back. Like if they were to bring that to the Nintendo Switch, I highly doubt that's ever gonna happen. But if it did, obviously I'm gonna fanboy the fuck out, because that shit was really, really big back when I was still like in junior high, middle school at the time, when Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Dexter were really big at the time. Same with Sly Cooper. I think Sly Cooper, it was like my freshman year. I think it was in 2004 or 05 when it came out. If any of those 3 IP game titles from Sony were to be like remaked and be made into a sequel, and they end up getting imported to the Nintendo Switch, obviously I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, but in a good way, because I would love to see a freaking third-party game like that get revealed on the Nintendo Switch, which I doubt if it's ever gonna happen, because obviously Nintendo and Sony and a lot of their little distributors, like, I don't know, Insomniac Games, and I think it was that one, Naughty Dog, Activision, I don't know who owns Sly Cooper, but any of their like partnering distributors or gaming developers and all that shit, they'll probably have to have a big meeting with each other to see like if they would be okay with Nintendo doing that, which I doubt they wouldn't be, because even though they're businessmen out there that they know how to like handle that type of environment and know how to do deals and stuff like that, if they were to have behind closed door meetings and they would like make a deal like that, if they were to make it confirm, if I saw that, obviously that would be the best thing in the world. I doubt if it's ever going to happen. Or something like maybe for the Xbox, even though I really don't give a shit about a lot of Xbox games, because the only 2 game IP titles that are really big on Xbox, the only ones that I know, obviously, which is the whole Halo series and, I don't know, something like Evolved. That other fighting game, it's like Street Fighter, Tekken, and then that other one, Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like that one. I think it's called... Fuck, I don't remember what it was. Ah, man. I don't remember the name for it, but I know it was really big. Or anything else like Xbox, like Gears of War, if they were to bring that, or Halo, if they brought that to the Switch, that'd be pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't really give a shit about it, because those games I never really gave a fuck about too much. I mean, no offense to anyone that's a big Xbox fan that's watching this right now, and that's real big, a big Halo fanboy or fangirl. But to me, that game just never really did anything for me. For me personally, I'm going to offend a lot of Xbox fans out there, but I've said it countless amounts of times in my other videos a long time ago, even up to now. It just personally never really, resonated with me too much. I never really cared too much for FPS games at the time. I still really don't now. There's a few of them that I'll admit they're pretty damn good, but most of them for me, I'm not really big into it. I still like the old school classic platformers. I like a couple of the racing games, mystery adventure games. There's some RPGs and MMOs out there that are pretty damn cool. And my most favorite at this current point in time would have to be, I don't know, stuff that's like, JRPGs are pretty decent. They're okay. Or stuff that was like, I don't know, Persona 4, Persona 5, or something really, really cool in my own personal opinion. Like, obviously a lot of fighting games, like how Pokken Tournament was last year and the whole Street Fighter 5 thing was last year. Maybe they'll make a part 6 this year, or Pokken Tournament 2. Other than that, and speaking of Pokemon, I know in January 12th, I think that's next week. Let's see. It's the 7th one I'm doing it, so 8, 9, 10, 12. I think it's next week, Wednesday or Thursday, is when they're supposed to announce it. The whole Nintendo Switch thing. Because I know the 3 biggest places are actually 4 or 5 big giant cities where they're going to do the Nintendo Switch is on New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, I think Chicago, and I think somewhere in Seattle, Washington, or Oregon. Somewhere over there in those states. Sadly, I wish it would come out here to Vegas, but sadly it's not over here, so it kind of sucks ass. Unless I want to take like a 4 or 5 hour drive all the way to LA just to try to be one of the first people to play the Switch, which I'm not going to waste a hell of a lot of gas money to do that, but if I had the money to spend a shit ton of money on gas money, I would do it, but since I'm kind of on a tight budget, I can't do that, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, other than that, so, aside from that, let me get my drink real quick. Like, what was I saying before? Yeah, about the Nintendo Switch and stuff. I'm not really big into Halo, Call of Duty stuff, all that, and like, what was it called? Gears of War. I mean, Gears of War was alright, but it wasn't a real big game for me, in my own personal opinion. It was alright. It was decent, at the most. Other than that, Oh, the last two things I want to talk about before I wrap up this video real quick is that, my God, speaking of Nintendo Switch, like I was saying before, on January 12th, since it's going to get revealed to the whole world, it's probably going to be a Nintendo Direct next week, Wednesday or Thursday. Obviously, I'm going to be reacting to it, so stay tuned for that video. I might be a day or two late on it, so if I don't upload it either on Wednesday or Thursday, it's either going to be Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. So stay tuned for that one. Please don't miss out on that. And if you can, share the video if you can. Please do that. I would love that. Excuse me. I've been burping so much. I apologize. I ate like dinner like an hour ago, so it's kind of fucking with my stomach right now. Yeah, let me think. Obviously, speaking of Nintendo Switch and the reveal, a lot of people were saying that, besides, the whole Pikmin thing's probably going to get revealed, and then everyone knows Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be a thing. I wonder if the not Dragon Quest. I know there's Dragon Quest for the Wii U. I wonder if that's going to be imported to the Switch. I wonder if they're going to show Splatoon 2. If they show Splatoon 2, or the other one, obviously, which I'm going to get into, which is the code name for Pokemon Stars. They show that. Obviously, I'm going to lose my shit, not literally, but in a fanboyish way, and I'm probably going to geek the hell out the second I see that. Like, Pokemon Stars is officially Pokemon. The only two things I'm thinking that Pokemon Stars is going to be, it's either going to be a main series game, it's either going to be one of three things. It's either going to be Pokemon Third, it's going to be a continuation like they did with Black, White 1 and 2. It's either going to be like that, because obviously X and Y, they didn't have a third game for it. They just left it like that, because, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, they had that. And then we got Sun and Moon last year. And then, of course, I feel as it's either going to be like a third installment to the Sun and Moon game. It's going to be like the continuation of that. If it's not that, it's either going to be Diamond and Pearl remakes, which will be really, really early. I doubt if it's going to be... If it's Diamond and Pearl remakes, that would be the greatest thing in the world. Because Gens 1 through 4 were pretty much my all-time favorite gens of Pokemon. 5 and 6 were alright, but that was probably already at a time when, I was already an adult. And, as an adult, and a lot of the way society views people and grown men playing video games is like, oh, it's so childish. They shouldn't fucking do that shit. Be a man and get into football and basketball and, like, getting all mainstream media bullshit, which I really don't fucking like doing. I still like Pokemon anyways. I mean, I don't know. I could get into a whole other separate video with Black, White 1 and 2 and then X and Y, but I'm not going to. Because those already came out by the time I was a grown adult. And not saying I lost my interest for Pokemon at that time, it's just I didn't have as much time to play with it anymore because, I had a job and had to pay bills and shit now. I'm not in school. After that, I wasn't in school anymore, That's the reason why Gens 1 through 4 were always my favorite because, I was still a kid and a teenager, just, living life day to day, and hanging out with friends and all that shit at the time, it was almost 9 years ago, but other than that, yeah, besides the Nintendo Switch, yeah. If it's not Pokemon Stars or Sinnoh Remake, I think it's either going to be next year, 2018, 2019, or 2020. So if it's not next year, it's probably going to be another 2, 3, maybe 4 more years when the remakes for Sinnoh come out. And if not, it's either going to be that or it's super early if they did it now. It's going to be like Generation 8. That's the only 3 things I'm going to be thinking that Pokemon Codename Stars is going to be. It's going to be one of those 3 things. Or it's... In my own personal opinion, I feel like it's probably going to end up being like a side game or whatever. It's not going to be for the main series. It's going to be like a side series, like a Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Rumble, Pokemon Troze, not Pokemon Snap, or like how Pokemon Go was for the app games and all that. It's probably going to end up being just a side game. I doubt if it's going to be like a main series game, but if it is, that's going to be early as hell. I just hope to God that Game Freak doesn't do the same thing that they do with Call of Duty every year. They make a brand new game for it, like 2 brand new Call of Duty games every year, and they just burn the shit out of the franchise. I don't want Pokemon to be like that, man. Give it some time to, serenade, or just like marinate for another 2, 3, 4 years, and after that, after about 2 to 4 years pass by again, then make another Pokemon generation game, or a remake, Because the Pokemon ends up being like how Call of Duty is, where they make a brand new fucking two new games again, 2 new games again, 2 games again, and they just burn the hell out of their fan base. That's why I heard a lot of COD fans out there, they got real tired of Call of Duty and they just don't even like playing that fucking series anymore. So I heard, even though I heard like make millions and millions of dollars every year when Activision they make a brand new IP platform for COD, but it's just, it's the same repetitive bullshit over and over. I mean, you can say the same thing about Pokemon, but for me personally, I'm always going to have a bigger love for that than COD. Because COD only came out, what, 2004, 2005? And Pokemon's been around since like 1996, 97. So it has a lot more nostalgia with me than Pokemon did. I mean, than Call of Duty did. But besides that, that's the second thing I want to say. Oh, one last other thing before I really wrap up the video. It's probably over 30 minutes. So I apologize if I made this video super long. Thank you very much for anyone that's still stuck with me to the end of this video. But I will say this. I really do hope to God that Nintendo Switch ends up bringing, besides third-party games that we never even thought that would be possible, that whole 3D interface thing with, what was it called? You know how a lot of like companies nowadays are making deals with the Oculus Rift, like Sony. So I know they did really, really bad. I heard they did like really terrible when they were trying to sell their VR headsets. I heard a lot of them didn't really sell that well. In Japan, I think they did really good, but I think over here in the United States, they weren't that great. I think there was only like, I don't know, 10, 20 something percentage of like the things out of the 100 percentage, like $100 billion that they wanted to make from selling the VR headsets. It sucked. But I think I heard from rumors that Nintendo, they were going to try to look into seeing if they're going to do virtual reality again. Because obviously in the early, mid-90s, they tried virtual reality a long time ago. But the thing is, the technology at that time, it was a lot less advanced at that time compared to now. I mean, we're still kind of living in an ancient civilization if you really think about it. But I'm guaranteed another 100, 200 years from now, it's probably going to be like the fucking Jetsons. Of course, I'm going to be dead by then, but holy shit. Yeah, pretty fucking wild stuff, I know. If they do bring back virtual reality, because there's so many other companies out there, especially with a lot of smartphone companies like Samsung with T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, Sprint. I don't know if Metro PCS is doing it. I know the HTC, and I wouldn't be surprised a lot of the iPhones are starting to collaborate with a lot of these virtual reality headsets, and there's not even nothing to do about games. Some of them have to do about games, but they're for real shitty-ass mobile games, and I'm not really big into mobile games. I'm more of an old-school console gamer, and sometimes a PC gamer, but not as much. Occasionally I do some PC gaming, but not a lot compared to console gaming. So yeah, I could see Nintendo having some like hand in that marketing development. You know, that would be really, really awesome as fuck if they were to take that step into going back into virtual reality games and shit. Even though it failed really bad for them back then, and I think it was 1993 or 94. Of course, I was too young to remember. I think it was like 4 or 5 at the time. So I was almost like a baby at that time. So I think I only got to use it one time when I was about 6, 7 years old in the mid-late 90s because one of my cousins had one, but it was a rental one. I think he got it from Blockbuster at the time, which was fucking crazy. I didn't even know Blockbuster did that at the time. This is way before they shut down, by the way, like Hollywood Video did. But yeah, pretty fucking wild stuff. I think the game was, I think it was either the Mario Tennis one or the bar game. I think it was, I was real, real young. I know I wasn't supposed to be playing because I know back then when I was still living with my family, like my mom didn't want me to play it, but it was crazy. You know, honestly it was. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm rambling. That's all I gotta say for now. Links in the description box down below, annotation on the side if any people want to read the article for yourself, and I'm done here. Peace out once again, bros, women, bronies, and Pegasus, otaku, Kimotos. I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are at around the world. Don't drink smoothie at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. And until then, next time, guys, peace out, ladies and goodbye. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on the channel almost every single day. Stay in the grind, stay easy, stay safe, stay healthy, be easy, be you, do it yourself. Peace out, my sauerkraut. I'm gone and getting the hell out of here. Stay tuned more future content on the channel. Stay tuned more updates. Stay safe, everyone. Of course, stay tuned more for future commentary and content and vlogs on the channel, such as Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, PC gaming news, and of course, as always, anime and otaku and Xbox, Microsoft, and Nintendo, Sony related content on this side of the room for my article session reviews, and that side of the room for my over hype reaction reviews for anything Pokemon MLP related, and of course, Marvel, DC trailer reaction reviews, along with regular action, movie action, and superhero excuse me, trailers, and of course my video game trailers, and of course anime otaku related over hype reaction reviews on this side of the room, like I said before, and of course my video responses and rants. Peace out, deuces, goodbye, and I'll see you guys next time. And one other thing, if any people were drinking on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, hopefully you didn't get caught by the police, because if you did, you probably had a lot of time to do in jail, which would suck. So yeah, happy late 2017. I know it's super late now, but fuck it. It is what it is. And hopefully, January 12th, we get some really good ass news when they do that Nintendo Direct about the Switch. Peace, lates, and I'm out. Goodbye. See you later, everyone.